Hey, it's Cad, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this new video about black metal because today I'm going to introduce you one of my favorite German black metal band. So, welcome to all of you. I'm not a real reviewer, it's not my job, I'm just a fan of black metal, and I am going to present you several CDs from this Pest band from Germany. So, you may maybe know perhaps that many bands are called Pests. I think about one Swedish band called Pest and another one from Finland, which is one of the projects of Lani, of Werewolf, from the former Horna singer. So it's not the pest from Frankenberg in Germany. It's the pest from Hilter am Teutoburger Wald near Osnabrück. Osnabrück, a town on the west of the Germany. So. Before beginning, I am sorry for my poor English accent, my poor American accent. I am not English nor American, I'm just French. So maybe you know that French are not very impressive in terms of languages. I'm going to present you, to introduce you this band. I am hearing Pests from 2006 or 2007, I guess, maybe 2008. So it's like 15 years I am hearing this band. I'm listening to this band, sorry. So I'm not a very good specialist about it, but I would very like to introduce this band to more people because it deserves to have more listeners that I think they have. So they began in 1997, in June 1997, with three members. So Scum at the voice and guitars, or bass maybe, attacks on the guitars, and Rock on the drums. So they released one demo around 1998 called Schwarzen Visionen, maybe Black Visions or something like that in English. And quickly after, around 2000, they released Era, which is their very first album, and this CD is a reissue from Kedzer Record around, I guess, 2017 or 2018 maybe, I don't know exactly, but the first cover of Era album wasn't this. It was the Iron Maiden from Nuremberg, a town in Germany, as you know. And it was very frightening. This one is frightening too. It's from the town of Angers in France. Here, der triumphierende Tod auf dem Apokalypse von Angers. Angers without an S at the end. It's a very cool cover, I think, for this album. This is not the first Pest album I've heard because I have bought some compilations before that. But when I get this album, I was just like, wow, awesome black metal music from Germany again. So there is several good, very good tunes on it, like Warriors of Darkness. I like when metal bands, especially black metal bands, are singing or speaking or writing into their own languages. But with Pest, you will see that they can sing in German and in maybe in Latin too, but in English as well. So yes, Warrior of Darkness is maybe one of the best songs on this record. Be careful if you get the Ketzer record with this bonus track add down, because Warriors of Darkness is actually the number 3 and Era is the number 10 or something like that. It goes very strangely because I don't know why there is mistakes on the track lists. So this is a very good album. I will show you the booklet, the cover, with great pictures on this reissue. I don't know if there is another reissue on LP, but maybe, yes, maybe. Since 2019, there is 2019. I don't know. We will check on Metal Archive because I have only a CD collection. I'm not a fan of LPs or tapes, because I think this is better to listen and easily ripping the audio to a computer. So Era is a fine album into the Pest discography, and I will give him the note of A in my like tier list. S are very special album, very exciting at all points. A are very good albums, and B are albums I do not hear too often because I think there are even not really problems with them, but I don't fit correctly with the way of the compositions or whatsoever. Second album from 2002. 2002, donc Adse Ipsum, from another label. This one is a reissue again from Ketzer record. I didn't remember which was the first label, I don't know really, but concerning the album, just before beginning with Adse Ipsum, I must say that in Era there was another musician which is called Mr.Blasphemy on the vocals, and he bring here some additional vocals, but as the band found him very good, they put him on the rest of the discography. So Mr. Blasphemy is actually like a former member of Pest. So Adse Ipsum 2002. A very good again album from Pest, but concerning myself, I am only fan, really fan of only two tracks on this one, which are Triumph des Todes and Der Kerker, which means I think the dungeon, something like that. So in order to describe you the best way I can, this album, I can say that this album is more like tragic, like nostalgic, a little bit slower than the other, and then the others, because you will see there is again three albums after this one. But one thing I didn't said when I was speaking about Era was the recipe, the way of create music from Pest, and it's very exciting because it brings some new ideas in black metal at this time, I think. Outside the Norwegian way and Swedish way, of creating black metal music, which are so atmospheric bands or violent ones. Here with Pest, you can have the two. What I want to say is you will have some ambient tracks, some dark ambient tracks, some like neo folk or dark folk kind of interludes and intro outros. And with this you will have very, very good high blasting black metal without concessions. So this one, Ad se Ipsum, which means from himself or to himself in Latin, I think I'm not too fan about the way this is constructed. Tears of Hate is very good too. I don't know. In reality, I don't know why I don't. It don't fit very well with myself. So I will just say I am hearing this one a little bit less than the other, and I will put it in B notes tier on my little tier list. I will go furthermore with the new, not the new, but the album which is issued after the Ad se Ipsum, which is Vado Mori. Vado Mori, or in Latin, I will die, just this, just simple as that, is for me one of the best black metal albums of all time. Yes, you have heard correctly. One of the best metal albums of all time, because I think it brings to me everything I like in black metal. Many moments of pure fury, and you will see Scum here, of pure fury and relentless beatings from Mrock, that is here in this picture. Relentless beatings of Mrock on his drum kit, and very good ambient passages. I think it's underrated album. It's a pity that I don't see so many people speaking about this album on the YouTube, on the Google, on whatsoever. I don't think about one site in particular, but I don't know why I don't understand. I don't hear people speaking about Pest for the first topic, and on the second topic, why they didn't know and didn't speak and make promotion from Vado Mori, because it deserves to be here more than one time. You will see, if you don't know this band again. If you don't know this band yet, sorry for my lack of vocabulary, you have to try this, because you will find plenty of good songs like Vado Mori, Exciting, The Fate of Creation, Yersinia, which means in Pest, the real name of the bubonic pest, in the Middle Ages. Der Ewige, Into Madness are two fierce tracks with very high intensity, and the way they are composed, the riffs created by Atax and Scum are really dimensional. So Vado Mori for me is one of my favorite black metal albums from Germany and around the world. It's a very, very, very good. So I put this one on S list. So I will make just a little pause here to speak more about Pests and the thematics, the lyrics. I didn't read every lyrics they have, because just something are in German, and I do not speak German. And I do not like to put lyrics in Google Translation to understand what they said. I prefer to let them hear the music and just imagine by myself what I feel. I think it's a good way of of hearing and eating black metal. So this one was done in 2004. I guess, yes, I remember correctly. And after that, there was a little EP on, I didn't remember the label, sorry, with 3 tracks, 3 or 4 tracks re-recorded, because Scum told me that they weren't too satisfied by the quality of the recording on the first versions. And they have Inferno and Decay, that are 2 new tracks they put in the little EP in 2007. But sorry, I don't have it, but I have it on a special compilation. I will for sure speak a little bit more after the 2 other albums. So this one, Tenebris Obortis from Pest, was recorded between 2005 and 2007, and they released it for the first time on Ketzer Record, which is a black metal label from Germany. And the one you see here again was created on other labels. And after that, Ketzer Record made some collaboration with Hayden's Heart from Netherlands and Nuclear War Now production in the USA to reissue those 3 first albums. So this is the one and only version of Tenebris Obortis on CD from Ketzer. And I must say that it's astonishing, it's so awesome. Like Vado Mori, it's one of my favorite Pest album. Maybe one of my favorite black metal record again. I can say that it's easily on my top 13 or 14 best black metal album, because it's again very aggressive, fierce, and in the same time, you know, very nostalgic, and they have a way, I've said before, but they have a way to create musical ship very different than the other black metal bands. I don't know how to explain it, even in French. Like my language, I don't know how to explain it in my language. So in English it will be again more difficult. But this album, I think it's very magic, like the other one, like Vado Mori. But it's kind of sadness mixed with angriness, mixed with obscure themes and topics, like the bubonic pests on the Middle Ages. And what you see here, it's a Peruvian Amazonian mummy discovered some decades ago on kind of well of maybe 90 meters deep on the ground. It's a mummy of a woman about 600 years old. Let's see about how she was conserved. It's very amazing. And the other mummy, I don't know exactly where they are coming from, but this album is too obscure and it's full of darkness. Yes, it's the main topic of black metals. So for me, it's one of the best album around it, and I will put it on as a note on my tier list album. But after that, after all those 3 albums, yes, I've forgot to speak about this one and this one concerning the cover, but this one is someone from Italy, Giulio Monteverde, around the 19th century. It's a sculptor, and he made this for a graveyard. I don't know exactly, but I think around Genoa, on the north Italy, and it pictures the death here with this skeleton taking the arm of a kind of woman which represents life and tries to escape the death, you know. And it's the whole war, I think, internal war of everyone's life. Life wants to exist, and the death will always come to keep it and put it down. Just this. So Giulio Monteverde was the sculptor of this sculpture, and this one is someone from Germany. It's like danse macabre in French. I don't know if you know what this picture, but I think it's around 16th or 15th century, and it's exposed on a museum in Nuremberg, in Germany. So after that, after 2009, there was just something tragic in the existence of Pest discography, because one of them died, unfortunately, in a car accident, and this man was Arthur, so Mrock, the drummer. And this album is like not really an album, but like a compilation with new tracks that they didn't came up on studio recording, and two old tracks from Era. You will find Era in this album, and you will find Warrior of Darkness here. It's new versions of those two songs, just like this. And the other one are genuine and very interesting to hear. I'm not specialist about this album because I've bought it very lately, so I will not say anything than it's like the other Pest CDs. I like this, but I think I like a little bit less than the other, because there is two songs I know. The Hunt is very funny. It's like ambient track, and Descending into Darkness and Kingdom of Madness are very good tracks. I think Burial is my favorite one. So I don't know. I think if you want to begin to hear Pest discography, you can buy this CD. You can hear this CD on YouTube or else, and you will see if it fits correctly with what you are waiting about such a band. So I am very fan of Pest, and even I'm very fan of Pest. I think it doesn't bring something better than those two ones, for example. So I will put on B, because I am hearing very frequently this album, but I'm not too specialist compared from those two ones, for example. And eventually I will I think put this here or here. I don't know. So the band has split because of the Mrock's death around 2011. Scum asked the other attacks and Mr.Blasphemy if they wanted to continue, but they just dropped it and tell him no, just it's too hard. I think it's too hard to construct and to obtain new inspiration without a brother in arms just freshly died recently. So they stopped to play with Pest from 2011-2012 when this album came out on Hilter record. And I've asked Scum, hi Scum, thank you for your responses on my mail. I've asked him, to know if there is something new from this year 2014, and he told me yes because 2 years ago, around the COVID era, he was walking around his neighborhood and saw someone with a battery shirt and stopped him and came across and asked him, hey man, do you play music, do you know black metal? Yeah, okay, so okay, do you want to play with my old band? I've stopped my band Pest, etc. And this man is called Brent, and he told Scum, yeah, for sure, I will. So they asked Mr.Blasphemy and Attacks, the old singers and the old guitarist and the other one singer, and they were okay. So Pest is born a new time from their ashes like a phoenix. And in the late 2023 or 2024, we will have, I think, a new CD from Pest, like a new album, but we will have also a new split album with another band from Arjan, which is the owner of Heiden's Art from the Netherlands, and this split CD will be with Cultus. Cultus is another project from Arjan. So two new things are upcoming to our beloved Pest. I am very, very glad of it. I can't wait to hear some new materials from this awesome band. And I will finish this introduction, this presentation about Pest, which again is one of my favorites in German black metal band, and maybe one of my favorite bands in general in black metal. Introducing to you the Fallen Angels productions from Korea, out in 2014. So it's a compilation, 2 CDs compilation, very, very, very good, with the same artwork, from Pieter Bruegel, Flemish, Netherlands Flemish painter from which century? I didn't remember correctly. From the 16th century, titled Triumph of Death. It's the same like this one, is just some different parts of the large painting from Pieter Bruegel the Elder, because there is another Pieter Bruegel. Not the elder, but maybe a younger one. So you will find very, very good tracks from Pest era, Tears of Hate, Eternal Darkness, The Glimmer, Vado Mori. Only pure fucking black metal with good dark ambient tracks, as I have spoken before. And these are the two CDs, 77 and 78 minutes each from each CDs, from Era, Adse Ipsum, Vado Mori, Tenebris Obortis, Buried, etc., etc. And on the end of the second CD, you will find some unreleased demo of Evega's Grab, Failure of Creation, etc., etc. I think that I'm Ende des Vegas here is one of the very special track here. Because, you know, US Full Moon Prod, because Era was produced at least 2 or 3 times on CD, and on the Full Moon Prod in the USA, they added a bonus on this one, which is not the bonus on Ketzer and Hayden Ars at Down. It's not the same bonus track. And you will find Burial, a premix of Burial, which is one of my favorite track of the self-titled Buried album, the last one. Like this is an album / compilation, and a very good and fine one to end the first era of Pest with R.I.P. RIP, which wasn't released at all before this compilation. So, Necrolog, because it's called Necrolog, is a very, very good acquisition. If you don't know Pest, the German Pest, and this one, not the one from Frankensberg, but this one from Hilter am Teutoburger Wald, and you don't have too many place into your home, if you find this compilation, and if you don't want to have so many CDs into your home, you can really, really, really get Necrolog CDs, because there is here, this is a very, very good compilation with every hits of Pest discography and first era. If I speak about first era, you understand it's because there is a new era coming into late 2023 and 2024 with the new album and split CD with the new lineup with Scum on the drum set. Because Brandt's new one will be on the guitar, Attacks on the guitar, Mr.Blasphemy on the voice, and Scum will replace Mrock, Mr. Arthur Bialowski, and Pest told me that he is, even if he's serious with the drum work, he knows that he will never replace Mrock way of beating, snare, drum in general. So I think the new Pest coming will be something very similar in terms of melodics, but maybe a little bit different around the way of they will bring the rhythmics and the patterns. So very good, and at last, this is one of my very special CD in my collection, very rare CD, I must say, unfortunately, because it was released by the Russian label called Kunstouch, and I think people from Pest should think about it and ask Kunstouch or someone else, maybe the man behind Ketzer Records or Full Moon or whatever, to raise you this CD, because it's a rare compilation of old rarities. You know, here I have the 148 on 200 CDs only, 200 digipacks. So this is a black envelope with sealed with like something like wax. I don't know exactly what it is. Something hard here. I have cut to open. It's a mistake. I didn't thought it makes like this at the end, but okay. The CD is here with a good finish, you know, like it's glitter some at some place and some other not, in memory of Mrock, in memory of Pest, because at this time 2014 the band ceased to exist. It's just too new here from 2021 and 2022 2023, which we are knowing now that the band is a new time reborn to make good music. And this is a poster like this. I will try to put it behind something like a glass, and because it's very cool poster. And the compilation, so you will find what was on the EP, you know, the EP of 2007. I've told you between those two CDs. So the first to the sixth here, it's difficult to see because it's black on black. And after that, on the seventh track, Triumph des Todes, it's just a special one. It's the special music like this one, but a new version out on the Wurzglister various artist compilation. And at the end, you will find here Caveland, Wasteland, acoustic guitar mix, Schnee and Ice, Part 2, Riding the Storms. Those are different versions or acoustic versions are of some of the greatest tracks on the President's albums, for sure. And at the end, and I may say these are my favorite. These are my favorite tracks on this compilation, because you will find Schwarzen, Vision and Demo of the 90s. So this is a rare compilation, and I'm very sad to know that there is only 2,000 on the earth. So please make a new one, make a new time this compilation on CD, please, on CD or LP if you want. But you have to help people that are liking and love your band to have this kind of materials, because it's very important for like people like me when we are in love with some artists or groups or bands, to have everything they have made from the beginning to the end, please. So I will put here in A notes for this compilation, and this is I won't give notes especially for this compilation, because it's exceptional. You must have it, and even if you don't want to collect every Pest release, you may try to keep one copy of the Fallen Angels Productions Necrolog from Pest. So this is it. Sorry for the time. Sorry for my many mistakes, my bad English or American accent. I don't know how to have more vocabulary. I am living in French. I don't speak English every day. I don't speak English. That's all. So sorry again. But if I have decided to try for the first time in my channel to bring my introductions, my introduction and my presentation of one of my favorite band here. It's to say Dankeschön and thank you to Scum, because he was very, very, very great dude answering my questions about this band. This band is mythic for me, is very special. And yes, thank you to Pest for all those good musics. And I've told a French listener on my YouTube channel, on my French version of this presentation, something that I missed to explain here in English. And it's very important for me, because as a learner of music since my young age, I didn't thought since the beginning that some people could make music without learning music, like in academy, musical academy, you know, musical schools, etc., etc. So Scum told me that Pest at the beginning was made by then 3 people, Atax, Morok, and himself, without knowing anything about how to play their instruments. So it's very wow, they bring something like that without knowing how to play their instruments. It's mad, it's crazy, it's awesome. I don't have words to say how I am impressed like this, when such people can make so good music without learning, I would say academically, their instruments. This is just awesome. Awesome people are the people from Pest. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know if I will try to bring some of my advices on the music I like, generally black or death metal, on my YouTube channel, because it's very complicated and difficult for me to find the way I must construct English sentences, you know, with vocabulary, sorry, that is missing in my head, etc., etc., etc. But if I have made one, it's because I wanted to say thank you to Pest and to Scum. So, man, good, and I can't wait to have your split with Cultus in my hands and in my ears, and your new album. Please get in touch, and sorry again for my accent. Just take care and listen to Pest. That's good. Bye!